What's up, Eagles fans? What's happening? What's happening? It's OG here with you once again with the Eagles Nation's Fan Cave. And I'm excited about talking about my Eagles one more time with you. I've been watching a lot of content creators talking about our team, and I'm excited to talk about them in a different way. I'm the kind of person. I've been an Eagle fan for a long, long time. It's been decades. Since being a little kid, I was an Eagles fan, and I'm excited about what we've done this off season. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of people that I think is going to play a key role this year. I think first of all, I hear a lot of people talking about the pressures on Jalen Hurts. I disagree with it to a certain extent. I think there is going to be pressure on Jalen, but there's pressure on every quarterback in the NFL. That's nothing new. That comes with the job. That comes with the position. So saying that Jalen is going to be under pressure because of that, I don't agree with that totally. No more than any other quarterback. I think that Jalen has proven his mettle as a competitor. He's proven himself. I hear people talk about that. In college he was replaced by Tua. Okay, he was replaced by Tua, but they fail to realize or to mention that Jalen went on to be a runner-up for the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, okay, but he came back. He didn't wilt under pressure. He didn't cash in his chips. He came back and he came back better. I believe that's what's going to happen this year. I believe Jalen has not reached his ceiling. I believe there's a lot of work that he needs to do, but that's typical for every quarterback in the league. So for some reason, a lot of these pundits have a tendency to make Jalen's work seem different than any of the other quarterbacks that are out there. Every quarterback has to work, or they lose their job. That goes with it. But there is no proof in his career that he hasn't stepped up to the plate whenever he's had to. So I'm not worried about Jalen, and I'm sure he's going to make the necessary improvements, and I think we're going to see a drastic improvement to the point that I think that he's going to be in the running for the MVP this year. I believe that with the weapons that are around him, and I believe the work that his work ethic and his pedigree. I believe that Jalen has proven and will prove to be one of the new superstars in the NFL. I really believe that wholeheartedly. So, but when we talk about the pressure of performance, I think is on Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon. I believe the coordinators are the ones that have to put the people in the right place to make plays. And with the tools that the both on offense and defense that the Eagles, that Howie Roseman has added, without a shadow of a doubt, these two coaches have to be able to put these people in the right places to make the right plays. And if they don't do that, then I don't think it's necessarily, sure, we're going to blame the players, but I think we have to look at, if you're a person that really looks at the game, you have to look at if the coaches are putting these people in the right circumstances and situation where they can make plays. I think that both offensively and defensively, the tools are there. I think that we have the personnel to do some great, great things this year and in coming years, because we have a really, really young team. The oldest person on that we've acquired is Bradbury, and Bradbury is only 28 this year. So I mean, we've got a young people, young drafts. We've acquired new pieces that are young people. I believe this team, the drafts that we are top notch, SEC top flight players. And I believe that because of that, we had the personnel. Now, the real test is going to be whether Sirianni and Gannon can take advantage and put these people in the right position to make plays. Playing for, as far as Gannon is concerned, playing 8-10 yards off the line on these wideouts is not going to put these people in these cornerbacks in the best position to make plays. It's not. And we saw that time and time again. I don't think Gannon's going to make that same mistake. I think he's learned from the lesson, and in acquiring the new pieces. I think that, when we look at Bradbury signing with us, and the fact that when you look at Bradbury and see that Bradbury, again, he's only 28 years old, and he's the only one of two cornerbacks in the NFL over the last 6 years that have 15 interception over 80 pass defenses. This guy's he's a number one. He's a number one. He's just not a Darius Slay number one. But he is definitely a number one. So we got a 1 and a 1A on our corners. So I think it's time for us to play more aggressively on the corners. And I think that our line is going to allow us to do that, and our front seven. I believe our front seven is going to be tremendous. I believe our ability to rush the passer is going to be tremendous. I believe our ability to stop the run is going to be tremendous. I believe that we are going to be a front runner, I believe, within the top 5 defenses in the NFL, and I believe that we're going to have a top 10 offense in the NFL. So I think that, put it all together, our team should be within the top 5 as far as the teams ranking in the NFL. I think we have a top team without a question, and I think these people are hungry. Because we've got dogs, and hungry dogs get fed, and they're going to eat. And I believe that we're going to do that this year. I believe that the Eagles have prepared the table. We've got players. We got Kaiser White. We got Jordan Davis. We got Nakobe Dean. We got Cam Jurgens. We've got players. We've got players that I think that are going to be really, really awesome. Now I want to talk a little bit about Jalen. Again, because when you look at Jalen, okay, this is going to really be his second year as a starter. If you ask me, he's a second-year player. Sure, he played a few, 4 or 5 games. I don't know how many games it was his first season, but his first. This will be his second full season, and the first time that he's been in the same system for consistent years within his whole career since, I believe, high school. So I mean, this guy is a unique character. I mean, I'm believing, and I'm going to say it. I believe we have the potential to go to the Super Bowl, and there's only a handful of quarterbacks that have taken their teams to the Super Bowl their second year. So I'm looking at him in the same category with Dan Marino and Kurt Warner, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Colin Kaepernick, and Russell Wilson. I'm looking at him like that. He is going to provide that kind of leadership and I believe performance. I don't think that I hear people talk about he's got the intangibles. I saw the tangibles too. I saw this man do some incredible things and a first-year starter take his team to the playoffs. Most quarterbacks have not done that. Sure, there's been some, but most of the quarterbacks don't take their team to the playoffs their first year as a starter, and he's done it. And I believe that there's more to come and I think people want to try to judge whether the Howie and Nick Sirianni are behind him. It's evident that they are behind him. You can make a story out of it if you like, but the bottom line is they have put their money where their mouth is, and that's always the telltale sign. They paid $100 million for a wideout, one of the top wideouts. You've got a handed wideout to go across the middle that we've got from the Colts. We added to a sure-handed new tight end that I think that's going to add to our ability to make plays as well. I believe that everything that the Eagles have done have shown that they are all in on Jalen Hurts. I don't know what else you can say unless you have some personal vendetta or you just don't like Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts is a winner. he's a winner. I mean, and then to think that he can't quarterback and he is the runner-up to the Heisman is delusional. He's the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, and he can't be an NFL quarterback. He played in the SEC, and he can't play quarterback. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You be honest. You just don't like him. That's the truth of the matter. When you look at the kinds of people that have done what he's done, um, he's going to be a superstar. You'll watch. This year is going to tell. It's that season that breakout quarterbacks have. He's going to have a breakout year. He's going to have a breakout year. Not only that, but look at the running backs. Watch. Sanders is going to have a great year. He better have a great year because this is a contract year for him. This is a contract year. He's got to perform. He's got to stay on the field. He's got to stay on the field. And I'm looking at some of the new other backs that we have, and we have some backs that I think that's going to do some tremendous things for us this coming year. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what we got, what we're going to put on the field. I'm looking forward to our quarterback. I'm looking forward to our draftees performing. I'm looking at the new pieces that we've added on both sides of the ball. Everyone's looking for a weakness. Let me tell you where the biggest weakness on our team is. I'm going to tell you where the biggest weakness on our team. Everybody want to say it's safety. Nah, it's not safety. You know where the biggest weakness is? Punter. That's the biggest weakness on our team. We need a new punter. This guy was terrible last year. And so if because the punter plays such a important role in field position, you've got to have a punter that's not going to be able to do what our punter did last year. This guy was kicking 30 and 40-yard punts. It's pathetic. And I don't know. Some people say, well, it was his first year and cold weather may have played a role and whatever. But the bottom line is we need a kicker. We need someone that's going to punt the ball and put our team in positions where we're not playing on short fields. That's the role that's the piece that we're missing. Not safety. I believe we're set. We're set defensively. But we need a punter. I believe this team has every piece it needs to make a run for the Super Bowl, period. I think this team has everything it needs to make a run for the Super Bowl. And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Again, this year, I'll be out there at games. I'll be at the OTA. I'll be at training camp this year. I've gone every year for the last several years. I always go to training camp. I'm going to more than one game this year. I have to go to the season opener in Philly, and I'm also, being that I live in the DMV in Washington D.C., I'll be going to see the Eagles play the Washington Commanders. So I was talking with some friends of mine yesterday. They were talking about they thought that one of the other names that these guys are Washingtonians, and they love the Washington football teams. And so they were talking to me about the name, the Commanders, and they had issues with the Commanders, and that there was some folks wanted the name to be the Red Wolves, and but for some reason that name didn't work. I would have liked to. I think the Red Wolves sound a lot better than the Commanders, but anyway. I can imagine that the sound of wolves howling on 3rd and 10 or whatever. But the bottom line is the Commanders, I don't know. What are they going to have, the sound of marching? I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me because it's not. I live in the area, but I'm a Philadelphia Eagle. I bleed green, and I've always bled green, no matter where I have been. Since a kid, and we used to have football sets when I was a kid, and I used to have the Philadelphia Eagles. So I go back to Roman Gabriel. I go back to, I believe it's Barilla. I believe it was. I go back to Rodney Peete. I can go back. So I know a lot about this team. Wilbert Montgomery. I go back to those days. So I love this team. I've bled with this team, and I've seen this team win a Super Bowl, and I believe there's at least one or two more on the horizon. So I'm excited. We're going to take you, and I'll be recording from some of the games. We'll be recording from training camp. So come ride with me. Come on and ride with me this football season. And it's Eagle Nation. It's Eagle Nation Fan Cave, not Man Cave, Fan Cave. If you can see behind me, I changed the M to an F because we fans, Eagles fans are both male and female, and men's and women. So we have a fan cave and not just a man cave. So we are looking forward to this coming season. I'm excited about what we're going to do. I know that at least our first 6 games we can go as low as 4-2 to as high as 6-0. So I'm looking forward to us doing that before our first bye, and I'll be out there. And come ride with me. We're going to be showing a lot of live footage, and so I'm excited. So until the next time we get together, this is OG, and this is the Eagle Nation Fan Cave, and we're out until the next time. Peace.